Listen, this is the first annual Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition Youth in Crisis Conference held here at the Rochester Riverside Convention Center in the beautiful flower city of Rochester, New York. Brought to you by Rochester City Council, myself, Willie Lightfoot, chair, founder of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, and we're having a wonderful time with our young people, lifting up their voices, educating, engaging, and empowering our young people to help us solve and eradicate gun violence and violence within the city of Rochester.
First, we will have a selection from Emerge right here. They're gonna do something for us, and it's gonna be great. So put your hands together for Emerge, y'all. Put your hands together for Emerge.
How y'all doing? Okay, I'm gonna sing a song for y'all. I want y'all to say it after me, okay? Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Oh, mama, always on time. You can't do no wrong. Oh, mama, be the 99. Always for the one set. Hey, always on time. Always on time. You can't do no wrong. Oh, mama, be the 99 just for me. Turn up, give me turn up, oh, give me turn up, give me turn up, oh. Yeah. Y'all ready? The song says, I know he loves me, I know he cares. Whenever I call, he always is right there. In times of trouble, he is my help. Yeah, I know no fear, my God, he'll be right.
to the stage next. He is the man for Rochester. He's doing his thing. He's doing great things in Rochester. Give it up for the one and only Malik Evans, Mayor Malik Evans. Give it up for Mayor Malik Evans, y'all.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Emerge. Man, y'all did y'all thing. When's that album coming out? Now, you know you can record free at the public library. We have one of the best recording studios around, and it's a best kept secret. At the public library, you can actually record a demo tape. Let me give a shout out to the organizers of this great event. I want to give a shout out to my team from the city of Rochester. If you look, ladies and gentlemen, we have every service here that the city offers, from our Pathways to Peace to our crisis team, and then our partners. I see Rise Up over there. That is what it's all about. It is really all about making sure that we bring the services to the young people. Now, I'm just going to make 2 points, and I'm going to get out of the way because I know this conference is about youth, and you don't want to hear me with the gray hair talking, because I've been in your position, young people, where we've had these youth conferences. So, first point I want to make is the vast majority of our young people in the community are doing the right thing, and I see that every day. This past year, we had more young people working in the city of Rochester in history. We said we wanted 12 to 14-year-olds to work, so we started through My Brother's Keeper program, giving young people a job this past summer that were the ages of 12 to 14. So the vast majority of our young people are doing the right thing. They're not Kia boys, they're not Kia girls. The vast majority of them are working hard to prepare for their future. However, we know we also have some young people in our community that are struggling. And what that means is that all of us in this room, the young people and the adults, we have an obligation to go back and reach out to them to help get them on the right path. You know, sometimes you hear this term of at-risk youth. I reject that term. I say that these are young people that are on the verge. They could be on the verge of success, or they could be on the verge of failure. But it's up to us to help pull them, to get them on that verge of success. There's nothing more painful for me than to look at a parent that has lost a child to violence. My first day in office, January 2nd, 2022, was a Sunday, and I got a call that 14-year-old Julius Greer died while going to the store to go grab noodles for his family for dinner on a Sunday. And that situation, that one moment, has driven my entire administration, because it said to us that we have to do everything we can to make sure that we provide opportunities and save our young people so we don't have more Julius Greers who lost their life. And that means providing as many opportunities to our young people as possible, be it in our recreation centers, by adding social emotional support in all of our art centers, or providing as many summer jobs as we can for young people, while making sure that we expand our Pathways to Peace program to make sure that they have enough employees to be able to interact with our young people, by adding Pathways to Peace workers into our schools. We are trying to do everything we can to put loving structures around our young people so we don't have more parents having to bury their 14 and 15 and 16-year-old children. And that's why this event today is so important. And this event is just one in a series of many other things that the city, both city council and the administration, have made a priority to make sure that we reach out to our young people. So today, I hope you take advantage of the opportunities that are here. I believe this conference goes into 3. Pick up the phone and call folks and say, we're here till 3. Let them know what's going on here. People can come in at any time. This isn't all structured. It's open, it's free. So show up. Call your friends, take advantage of all of these services that we have here today, and make sure that you reach out and touch a young person that might not be here today, and speak life into them, and tell them that you are here to help get them to not be on the verge, but to be on a path of success. So thank you everybody for being here. Don't forget, when that album comes out, I want my first copy. All right? All right, you guys did a great job, and have a great, great event today. Thank you everybody.
Give it up for the mayor one more time, guys. Give it up for the mayor one more time. That's what's up. He said you could record at the library, make a demo. The only thing is you gotta be quiet when you in there. Nah, I'm just playing. All right, coming to the stage next, the man that put all of this together. Oh, I wanna say this too, this is gonna be an annual thing, so even if we can't get more people here, make sure you leave and tell somebody so next year we can have this thing packed out, right? Give it up for the person that put it together. Councilman Lightfoot, give it up, 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 give it up.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, man. Give it up for the mayor one more time. Amen. Praise God. Yes. All right, I'm a preacher, so y'all gonna hear praise God come out my mouth every morning because it's just inside of me, y'all. I want to take an opportunity to honor some people. I didn't do this by myself. None of this could be done with a single person. But I want everyone who's involved with the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, who is a member of the coalition, would you please stand? And I specifically want to point out and highlight Ruth. Can I get Ruth and Septimus if you would come up front? Ruth and Septimus are the chair and co-chair of the youth committee. The Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition has several committees. We hope that you volunteer to be on one of our committees and to be a member of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition. We meet every month, the second Monday of every month at City Hall. Our meetings are hybrid. They're in person and they're online and they're streamed to the City Council YouTube page every single second Monday of the month at 6 p.m. I also want to give it up for Ruth and Septimus, the chair and co-chair of the youth. And we're giving away today, I hope everyone should have a raffle. All of our young people should have a raffle. We're raffling off a PS5. I came in loaded. I came in with 20 free haircut certificates from my barbershop. I came in with $5,000. $1,000 is going to 5 kids that enter into the scholarship program that I'm going to be announcing later on at this event. I got some books. I wrote some books. I'm giving away some books today to some folks on the intersection between pain and purpose. We're giving those away as well. We got some more giveaways that we're going to be giving away, but I know that PS5, somebody got their eyes on that PS5. Who got their eyes on that PS5? Right. But we also could not do this without the help of Rochester City Council. I promise you that it is very difficult and challenging at times, not all the time, but at times, to get all 9 council members on the same page to support the same thing. I had absolutely no quorum with anyone when it came to doing the work of the coalition and the work of this conference by every single council member, and many of them will be here throughout the day, but we have 2 that are here with us, and I want to send prayers up for Council Vice President Lachey Harris, who is just recuperating. She's under the weather. Let's be praying for her, and she would be here, and she's a member and chairs the media committee, and we have our president, if you would come up, our president of City Council, Miguel Melendez, is in the building, and also council member of Northwest District, Bridget Monroe, would you come up? She's in the building as well. So I want to give it up for these council members who have taken out of their time to support our young people and deserve to be honored and respected. And not only that, they supported this. Money is a hard thing to come by, y'all. Y'all know that. And I've been trying to do something like this since 2008 when I was on the county legislature. And the problem I always ran into was money. The city council funded this entire event today. The city council funded this entire event, so grateful for that. And I just want to let you know, I thank you guys for the support. You see these young people who are being impacted. We have over 20 agencies here today, not just city agencies. And Chris is going to be naming them later. Over 20 agencies throughout the day that are here working collaboratively together to work with our young people to eradicate violence and gun violence within our community. So once again, give it up for these amazing individuals.
Coming to the stage next, we're going to do testimonials, and I know this is going to be very important so that you can get their story out there. So I want to bring up Nevaeh Smith right now. Nevaeh Smith, come on up here, sweetheart. Give it up for her, y'all. Give it up. Come on.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing, guys? How y'all doing? Okay, so as you guys know, I'm Nevaeh Smith, and I'm 15 years old, attending Odyssey Academy as a sophomore. And today I'll be talking to you guys about mental health. Speaking of mental health, did you guys know that at least 13.9% of teens suffer from a mental health disorder? in our community, exactly. It's a lot to take in as a teenager. And I'm a little nervous, so can you guys please bear with me? I might stutter a little bit. Okay, so starting with anxiety, our most common disorder. Some people just say they have anxiety when they actually don't. You have to be diagnosed with anxiety to actually have anxiety. So, for anxiety can make you feel pressure, stress, and you can even have panic attacks. Some way anxiety resembles to me is when I was peer pressured in school. I used to get peer pressure a lot, or I used to want to do things that I see my friends doing just so I could be a part of the friend group, be, just part of everything, and trying to follow after my friends' footsteps. And then stuff like this can also lead to depression though, which is another common disorder in our community. Depression can also be caused by a loss of a family member, childhood obesity, and neglect. It's not really that much youth in here, but by a show of hands, can any of you tell me how many of you went through any of these problems? Exactly. It should be a lot more than what we have raised, but depression is really a hard thing to get over, especially as a teen and at our ages. It's a lot to take on our shoulders. And for me, the way I got out of all these situations and stuff, I got out of my situation because I found my way with God. And finding my way with God, I grew up in a church household, a very churchy Christian household. So I had nothing else to do but call on God to get myself through these situations, because I know that nothing else would help me like He would help me. So if you guys are feeling that you need to get out of these situations, I encourage you to find your way with God too. Just pray, ask people to pray for you, or maybe just pray for yourself, because that's the best thing you can do when you have nobody else to pray for. And here are some other resources to help you if you guys are not part of Christian households or any of that, because I know we all have different religions or beliefs. So we have counseling, meditation, medication, talking to someone close to you, or you can have more healthy eating habits or just more healthy habits in general. I encourage you guys to get over these situations or find someone to help you get over these situations. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.
Tamari Sanders. Okay, great. Well, come to the stage now. Why don't you give it up for Tamari Sanders, y'all? Give it up for Tamari Sanders. Make some noise, make some noise. Jamari Sanders, my bad. With a J, not a T. Oh,
we got it.
Hello everyone, I'm Jamari Sanders, and I am a part of two wonderful organizations, MIB&G with Mr. Rex and Tanisha and Keisha. And I am also a part of Teen Empowerment on the new site, the north side. Yeah. So let's give a round of applause. So today I'll be presenting a poem called The Heart of the Gun. That's the piece. So can I get a 1, 2, 3 action from the crowd? 1, 2, 3 action! And the article says, the Mexican government confiscates approximately 30,000 illegal firearms per year. Now you see, when the guns are taken, they're dismantled, and the metal is used to make other types of weapons, which will later be utilized by the military. Now you see, in 2012, Pedro Reyes, an artist from Mexico City, convinced his government to donate the guns to him. And he turned them into some musical instruments. Yes, somewhere there's a tambourine, a drum set, guitar, all things that was made to take people's lives. And now they create sound that put life back into people's bodies. But which is you say that a weapon will always be a weapon, but we choose how to fight this war, and from this I learn. And from this I actually learn that the most destructive instrument can still create a melody worth dancing to. But hold drawn. Isn't that also called a battle? You see, I wonder how long it took to convince the first rifle they can hold a note instead of a bullet, but still fire to the crowd and make everyone move. You see, when I was 6, I was taught how to throw a punch. Now in the 80s, that was the anti-bullying movement. Now you see, the first time one of my classmates said your mama drunk a little too far, I remember my training. So I turned his nose into a fountain. My fist, 5 pennies, I closed my eyes, I made a wish. I came home with bloody knuckles. And that was the very first piece of artwork my family hung up with the fridge. I remember staring at my hands the same way you stare at a midterm while all your answers are correct. You see, I didn't know what class this was. Hey, but I didn't know I was passing, but hold on. Isn't that what masculinity has become? A bunch of dudes afraid of their own feelings, terrified of every emotion with anger, yelling at the shadow on the wall, but we still haven't realized that we're the ones standing in front of the light.
And all of these gangs and the GDs and the vice lords and all of them. I've been through all of that. Me, right here in front of you. I've been through all of that. I got that type of life that I was living. And it's very, very significant because a lot of us don't make it to the age I am, 45 now. Okay, so when I was doing this as a teenager, I was thankful because I've had all those crazy charges from attempt murders and things like that, and I made it through it. But God had a different purpose for my life. And that's where I had to really grasp my purpose in life. And one of my purpose is to make sure that I'm giving back to as many people as I can across the world, not just here, right? So now, years later, 20-some years later, here I am. I own a 24-hour wellness center. I own a promotion company. I own a 501c3. I'm Celebrity Boxing's honorary champ. I'm in Celebrity Boxing Hall of Fame. I work with people across the world, literally, from Dubai, Africa, over here in the States. I work with all the top celebrities. I do a lot of things like that, but if you knew my life coming up, you would never think that I would be at this point in time in life and where I'm at, you know? So, but you can turn your life around. And these are the reasons why we have to point these things out, because now here I am, after doing about 13 and a half years in the penitentiary in total, going through war, thinking I'm never gonna make it out of the penitentiary. I'm here today to give a testimony and to speak to you youth. That's what my life is surrounded by. And next year, my plan is to open up the educational sports complex here in Rochester that will be free to the entire community. Okay? And I'm gonna do that. So, all my events that I do a lot of the TV events, all the celebrity boxing fights you see. I set up the fights for the celebrities. All the money that I bring in, this money goes towards this educational sports complex that I'm going to open up, right? And today I want all the youth to know that is going to be free to you, and I'm making sure of that, okay? In these streets, man, you won't make it. You can't beat the streets. You cannot beat the streets. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how many weights you lift. I don't care how many bullets you got. Somebody got more bullets. Somebody can lift more weights. And somebody's definitely stronger. Okay? So, there's a lot of things. Even if you're not in the streets, you might know a homie that's in the streets. You might know someone that's in the streets. And the thing that you got to know and understand that you cannot defeat the streets. You can't. You understand? And as much as you might feel loved at times when you with your homies in the gangs, we watch TV, we watch the rappers, we watch all this. Listen, you always have a Judas next to you. You will always have a Judas next to you. So don't think for 1 minute that your homie that you ran with for 10 years or 15 years, when you get in that jail, he ain't gonna tell on you. Because he gonna tell. He gonna tell. The feds got a saying, they only got 2 types of people they get. The ones that told and the ones that wish they told. They get 2 types of people. The ones that told and the ones that wish they told. And I know some might be in here like, nah, my man ain't never gonna do that. He ain't gonna tell. Look, we just had a little Dirk. I don't even know if y'all paying attention to that.
Right.
And I ain't gotta get into the rap thing. My man came home with a wire and set his man up. There's no friends in these streets. It's you and it's me. And then if it's you and it's me, number one law of nature is self-preservation. So you're gonna make sure that yourself is better than that person. You know what I mean? It's slim enough. They don't make them like they used to. So understand that when I say that, everybody not gonna keep their mouth shut on whatever it is they doing. Young ladies, young men, and everybody else in here too. Listen, live your life accordingly. The best thing I can tell you, I'm living proof of that guy who really been through the streets on every level that you could think of and made it through to this point. And right now I live my life to make sure I can give back to the youth as much as I can. So listen, y'all be blessed today. All of you, I have women's self-defense classes every Tuesday and Thursday. It's free for all the young ladies. I have youth programs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 632 Mount Reed Boulevard. It's free for everyone that's here. Okay, you can come, you never gotta pay. All you young men and all you young ladies, if you wanna box, I'm a USA boxing coach. I'm also a professional coach. I work with fighters all over. I teach striking and many other things. So if you guys want some classes and some mentorship, I don't play. You look me up. You can come there Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30 for the ladies. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 for you young men. You will have a good time. I will make sure you are taken care of. You will learn something. I keep good people around us. But listen, everybody, you guys be blessed. I appreciate you for having me. Everybody have a blessed day.
As a result of this, a lot of amazing things have happened out of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition over the years. It started under Mayor Lovely Warren, who's here right now. Thank you for her. We have t-shirts, and some of you may be blessed enough to get the retro t-shirts. The retro t-shirts has Mayor Warren's name on them, and then of course there's other t-shirts with the new administration, Mayor Evans. But everyone can have a t-shirt. When we break, we're gonna have a couple volunteers over there to help you. They're free, it doesn't cost you anything, you can get a t-shirt. Also, as a result of this, Commissioner Jacqueline Griffin, who's on her way, we wanted to have a lot of incentives for our youth, and we wanted this to be youth-driven. So the whole afternoon, you had young people in the beginning, and we're going to have young people that are getting ready to come in a minute and tell you about the services that the organizations that they provide, along with others. But we wanted to have incentives for our young people. How many Rochester City School District students are in the building? Just lift your hand if you're a Rochester City School District student. All right? If you're a Rochester City School District student, as a result that was inspired by this coalition and this youth conference, Jacqueline Griffin, who's also the vice chair of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, they went back to the school district and they're putting together a resolution where now every Rochester City School District student will get a half credit anytime they attend any community type event. They get a half credit for school. So all you students who are here today, I'm coming around the table. Lift your hand, you fill out this form, you give it back to us, and you're gonna get a half credit towards your school attendance for being here today. So you're gonna get credit for being here today that goes towards you getting your high school diploma. Awesome name, Nevaeh Smith, and she was here, right? And if you know these people, you can come up and receive this for them. Nevaeh Smith, we have a certificate for you on behalf of City Council for you being involved with the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition first annual youth conference. Isaiah Wood, is Isaiah here? Isaiah Wood? All right, we're gonna get them to them, but we're calling out their names. All right? Anise Jaff. Anise Jaff is here. All right, you can take them if you want. If you know these people or if you're a part of their organization. Dwayne Hall. Dwayne Hall. Yeah, give it up. We're gonna call their name. Forgive me if I say your name wrong. Zyra Ferrer. Ziana Ferrer. Okay. Come on up, y'all. Thank you for your Isaiah White. Isaiah White, Zafar Nicholas. Come on up, yes sir. Y'all got these African names. Houston, that's beautiful. Kings and queens we have with us today. Zahiri, Houston. Trayvon Jones. Trayvon Jones. If you know these individuals, please just take them to them. John, y'all do that one. Y'all do that one. Y'all do that one. Hatu G. Mania? Did I say that right? Hatun G. Mana. Are you right here? I'm sorry for pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm sure I probably did. I'm sorry. All right. Jamari Sanders. We know Jamari was here. Jamari! Jamari! Thank you for your service. Sanaya Clemenceau. If you know her and you can get this to her, please. Drewasia Douglas. What is it? Okay, I believe you. All right. Alex Morales. Alex, if you know these individuals, please come up or we'll make sure we get them to them. Trinity Vanderwalker. That's you too? All right, wonderful. Give it up for Team Court, y'all. My sister Ty. Alvin Metcalf. Alvin, there you go, my brother. Thank you for your service. Help me with this tie. That's you, Tyshawn. All right. She got all the names then. Frederick Hall. Frederick Hall on his way. All right. Cashmere Sawyer. Cashmere Sawyer. That's you? Okay. Got a lot from Team Court. Jonathan Johnson. JJ. My man, JJ. Jonathan Johnson. Deanna Green. Deanna Green. Beautiful. Thank you for your service. See, we want to celebrate our young people. Is that all right? This is a youth conference, right? So we should be celebrating our young people. Ivory Mandel. Ivory Mandel. Denasia Ellis. Did I say it wrong? Did I say it wrong? Okay, I'm sorry, man. Sorry. All right. Lanaya Rand. Got that right? David Quick. That's a regular name. David Quick. Not that y'all names are regular. Y'all names are beautiful too. Absolutely beautiful. I can't pronounce it. Forgive me. Leah Rodriguez. Leah. Thank you for your service. Carmen Cash Brown. Thank you for your service. We're trying to get some pictures with y'all too. Justin Angiria. Justina, excuse me. Shamise Moses. These kids are here too, y'all. Y'all see them coming up? Gabby Jackson. Team Court in the building. This Team Empowerment in the building too, y'all. All right, between Team Court and Team Empowerment. Julian Hunter. Julian Hunter. All right, thank you. Kanaya Carbonell. She not here yet? She came to my guy, Caesar. Mika Sharif. Mecca. Shamir Lowe. Did I say that right? Okay, Shamir Lowe. Give it up. Come on, y'all. Team Empowerment in the building. Where's Doug at? All right. Darius Brumfield. I know some Brumfield. We got a cheap Brumfield on the fire department. Darius Brumfield. Give it up. Got your people on the fire department, bro? You don't know? Leah Williams. Come on, Leah. All right, Leah. I like your hair, Leah. Amir Williams. Amir. Thank y'all so much for y'all service. And Jamari Sanders, I think we had, Jamari, you got 2 of them. Your thing was so good, you got 2. So come on, everybody, put your hands together for these young people today.
The stage next, he's definitely one of the pillars in our community. Give it up for Moses, y'all. Give it up for Moses. Yeah, keep it going for him. Keep it going for him until he's the stage, y'all. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who are in the audience, I want to say peace and blessings to you. And as I always have an opportunity, when I have an opportunity to talk or to discuss, or in these kinds of venues, I always offer our audience peace. And in the situation we're dealing with right now, most of us have come together in this venue to discuss, to talk about, to create and project peace. And if peace is going to come in our community, it's going to start with the mindset of those who gather in the name of God to work on how do we as young people and how do we as older adults come together to offer each other peace. And we need our young people because you're going to carry the torch into the future of what peace looks like. So having this opportunity to bring together young people and older people together to sit down and listen to each other so that we can come together as a community, not just a community, but a whole community, a community of the Rochester City School District, a community of the Rochester Police Department, a community that involves what it looks like to continue the heritage that surrounded the Civil Rights Movement. And those 3 things that surrounded the Civil Rights Movement was family, community, and education. So the continuation of that is right in this room. And we need to continue to make the sacrifices. And those sacrifices may be painful. They may actually hurt. But it will start the creation of ideas that we in the Rochester community, and for those who love our young people and celebrate our young people and want to protect our young people, us as elders really need to continue to work with our young people, extend a hand, and show our appreciation, our love for you. So my name is Moses Robinson. I'm with the Rochester Police Department. Soon we'll be retiring from the Rochester Police Department. Thank you. It has been an honor to serve each and every one of you. And hopefully, be the will of God, that will continue in another capacity and some consulting work that needs to be done. The continuation starts. Understand this, violence is a disease. Violence is a disease. But there's nothing, absolutely nothing that God has not created that we cannot solve. And I believe the answer to that is right in this room. My name is Moses Robinson. I'm with the Rochester Police Department. I want to thank you for the honor and the privilege of coming before you. God is good, and we hold up God as the solution to our problem. Thank you very much. Coming to the stage next, please give it up for Tony Nelson, y'all. Give it up for Tony Nelson.
Hey y'all, good morning. Is it still morning? I don't even know. So my name is Tony. I am program manager for 585 SNUG. SNUG is an anti-gun program in the city of Rochester. SNUG stands for Should Never Use Guns. It is also guns spelled backwards because we're trying to reverse the trend of gun violence. When I say my heart is full to see all these young people, like you guys are so amazing. Y'all could have been home in the bed. I'm a little under the weather. I wanted to be home in the bed, but my word is, all I have is my word. All I came in this life is my name. I'm gonna leave this life with my name and my word. So you say you're gonna do something, you do it. I want to thank you for being here. I want to say a couple things to you before I really get into snug. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I got involved with this movement. My husband's birthday was yesterday. He would have been 56. He was murdered in 1993 on Bay Street. 21 years later, our son was murdered on Child Avenue. They were both 24 years old, right? So I didn't choose this movement. This movement chose me. I've worked with Rise Up. I've worked with Rock the Peace. I've lost blood, sweat, and tears in Rochester on these streets. So here I am in front of you. I promise you, I'd rather have my guys back and be home watching Law and Order somewhere, but that's not how life is meant to be for me. So real quickly, what we do, we work with young people 14 to 26. That's just a guideline because I've gotten 3 referrals this week for 13-year-olds, 3 13-year-olds involved with guns or gangs. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I don't really think any of you are involved, but I bet you know people. I bet you have friends who are involved with guns, who may be stealing cars. Typically in those cars, there's a stolen gun in it. Refer them. Tell them to come talk to us. So what we do, we try to help people change their mindsets about what they're dealing with and what they're going through. We sit and listen. We have a young ladies group, we have a young men's group where you can sit and talk about whatever you want. You can lead the group if you want to. Because for me, at Snug, we don't judge your past. We don't judge your past. There's no judgment when you walk in our door. We already know you've been involved in something, right? It's not my place to judge you, but it is my place to move you forward to a place where you're prospering and you're doing better. So that's all I want. When those young people, especially the young men, walk in that door, first thing I do is say, give me a hug. I don't know when the last time they were hugged, right? Who knows? Now I find out the hugs ain't really about me, it's really about them now. They walk right into my office, give Miss Tony a hug. So we provide love. I wanna make sure they feel loved. I wanna make sure they feel heard. I wanna make sure they're understood. Because it seems like this generation is the first generation who you guys are burying your friends, sisters, and brothers at an alarming rate. And then doing drugs to cope with the pain of it. I've never seen this. I'll be 55 in 2 months. I've never seen this before. 13, 14, 15, 18-year-olds dying. For what? For what? You know, there's this old saying, if it's not gonna matter in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, don't worry about it. A lot of this beef, if you get down to the bottom of it, well, he said you didn't like me, or they told me, or you smoking on my dead man's. Well, I promise you, your dead man's wants you to do better. Your dead man's doesn't want you dead with him. He doesn't want you in jail. He wants better for you. And that's what I tell my young people. We're here to help. We're here to support. But most importantly, we're here to move you forward. You don't have to stay in the life that you feel like you're in. Your cousin, your brother, your friend, they don't have to be stuck. We can get them help. We help remove barriers. If you want a job, you need an ID, you need a birth certificate, you need social, you need a permit, you need a bus pass to get to the job you just got. You need clothes for an interview, we got you. We got you. Miss Tony loves spending money, especially when it's not hers, I'll spend it. You know, I stay shopping. I'm in, Walmart, Wegmans all the time, and swipe that card. It's not my bank account. Tell me what you need, I got you. It's not a problem, ever. But you gotta come see us. I saw Quavis. Quavis will pray for you wherever you at. Any corner on the city. Let him know you need some prayer. Bring him a bottle of water though. He wants some water, but he will pray for you. There's people in here who love y'all, who care about y'all. Y'all matter. Like Ms. Tori said, y'all are future. Y'all all we got. Because I already know my daughter put me in a home. I hope there's some CNAs or something out here, some nurses, you know what I'm saying, who really who care and want to do that. Because I already know what's going on. She ain't about to take care of me. It just is what it is. I know, I'm very real. But I so appreciate y'all being here. The ones who got the certificates, the ones who got up this morning. You guys are amazing. Listen, rub a little of that on your friends. Rub a little of that on your cousins. We all got them cousins. You know what I'm saying, who ain't doing what they supposed to do. they know better, they was raised right, but they just kind of gonna, do what they wanna do, and it's okay. We have to find our own way, but there's always a better way than what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody agree with me? Yeah. All right, I'm at 189 North Water Street. I ordered some food for you, it's not a problem.
Please give it up for Team Court, Tashana Clark. Give it up for Tashana Clark. Team. They put team. That's not my fault.
Good morning. Ooh, it's a lot more than 10 people in here. Good morning. Good morning. I am Tashana Clark. I'm the director of Rochester Teen Court and Juvenile Justice Programs. I don't know if I see him anymore, but that gentleman, Derek, you unlocked the core memory for me as well when you read that number off. The one that I hold near and dear is 91B 1441. I grew up in those visiting room floors, so you definitely unlocked the core memory there for me. We all have a story, we all have a past, and we're all here this morning breaking cycles and interrupting those generational curses. Teen Court is a unique peer-to-peer program for young folks who have been involved in their first time nonviolent crime. And our program is designed to ensure that their first interaction with the law hopefully will be their last. Our program is completely youth-led, youth-driven. We are under the umbrella of the Center for Youth. And in that, aside from myself and my team, we are the only old folks in that courtroom. These are true criminal trials that we are holding. And we have a volunteering judge that rotates out every month. And every role in that courtroom is held by a young person. Our defendant, obviously, unfortunately, is a young person. Their court case is being heard by a true jury of their peers, meaning young folks from all around our community. Our court clerk is a young person. Our court security is in full uniform, JROTC members. And probably our most coveted position is that of our teen attorneys. Young folks who have been trained by local practicing attorneys and lawyers and judges from the area who who prosecute and defend either side of those cases. And in the spirit of being youth-led, youth-driven, no one can explain this process better than some of our youth here. I have here with me Deanna Green, Mr. Jonathan Johnson, and Alvin Metcalf.
Hi everyone, like she said, my name is Deanna Green and I attend Greece Arcadia High School, and today we'll be talking about Teen Court and the impact. So Teen Court is a program that helps youth who may be facing jail time for breaking the law. Teen Court is run by young people who come together to listen to a young person's story of why they committed the crime.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Johnson from Arcadia High School, and I am one of the teen attorneys with the teen attorney program. Teen Court is a restorative justice program that helps young people give back to the community by offering resources to young people that may not know they have existed.
As jurors, we listen to the story the defendant tells us. We ask questions and decide which sanction will fit the young person's situation. We ensure that the sanction a young person receives fits their situation.
We are teen attorneys, and we represent young people, asking questions and interviewing that young person to get a better understanding of that person's situation.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alvin Metcalf III. I was on the negative end on this program of being judged and jurred by my peers, the ones my age. So I also have been doing my best to become an important person in Rochester. I work for Habitat for Humanity, and it came through me going to Youth Build. And Youth Build it's a bottom line trade for everybody that's leaving high school and just want to, prosper onto the next level on whatever. It gets you your bottom line certification to start a trade. Okay. Whew. All right. So I want to tell everybody that I lost my dad to gun violence, and that's the main reason that I tell everybody I'm the third, is because his name and him, he was important to me, and I lost him to gun violence. So it feel good to get that out, because that was the hardest part. All right. And so my goal has been to personally be like a community ambassador. Everything that I did, I learned my lesson from basically just knowing that I want to be somebody important. And how can you listen to me tell you I'm somebody important if I did something that I knew better? So I feel so grateful for the second chance that I was given by Teen Court. Like really, really, truly feel blessed, because I could have had a record. And now how could you really believe that I'm some type of ambassador when I have a record? So I come, all right. And so my plan is to anybody leaving high school, anybody near my age, if I can have a conversation with you, I love being a conversation. I love being the person you can come to that's your age, who understands all the negative and the positive. And like an example, I want you to be somebody I can take under my wing, because that's what I currently do for Youth Build. I work for Habitat, but Habitat sends me back to recruit from Youth Build and make sure there are people that want to come and pursue mainly construction. But I make sure that I know you personally, because I get to come back and I get to see you, I get to check on you. I'm not somebody you'll just see one time, talk to you when you get in Youth Build, and you never see again. I'm somebody you'll see working with Habitat. I'll come check on you, make sure you're still doing good, and I love to be able to know one-on-one, I brought you in to Youth Build, and to know that you really trying your best to get through it.
Please give it up for Ennis Jeff, y'all. Give it up for him, y'all. Clap it up. Let's keep this energy up, y'all. Let's keep this energy up.
Good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? So my name is Ennis Jeff, and I am the director of the GIS Scholars. We are here today with the Family Medicine and the GIS Scholars. I'd first like to acknowledge our trainers. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. We have Miss Alicia Ward in the stands, Dr. Michelle Sanders, who wasn't able to be here with us today, and Mr. Joseph Becker. As part of the Rock Your Jobs After School program, we prioritize in Microsoft, patient portals, and geospatial analysis. We've worked with people to help them understand patient portals. We've earned certificates in Microsoft, and we've made a wide variety of maps and apps on crime that we will be sharing with you all today at our stand. I'd like to introduce you all to 3 of our digital health navigators, Mr. Isaiah Wood, Ms. Ziana Ferrer, and Mr. Dwayne Hall. We appreciate you all for allowing us to be here, and I'd like to thank God. I saw that a lot of appreciation was shown to God today, and it moved me a little bit, because you know, a lot of people don't let God in their life, and I think God is the #1 solution to everything. So thank you all, and thank God for everything. We'd like you guys to meet us at our table after all these introductions and organizations overview their programs, and thank you all.
Good. Is it still morning? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hey. My name is Robert Ricks, and I count it an honor and a privilege to be here. That's our display, the big, huge one with a whole bunch of stuff over there, because that's how I like to do it, nice and big. I'm the founder of a youth organization called Mentors Inspiring Boys and Girls. It's an artistic academic development program. It runs currently from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 12 o'clock midnight. We do academic development from 2 o'clock to 5. We do artistic development from 5 to 7. We do musical engineering and basketball from 8 to 10 for 13 to 17-year-old And from 18 to 21, we do basketball and musical engineering from 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock. I do this work because I have to. I've had some type of youth organization ever since for about 30 years. And again, I do it because I have to. I do it because somebody did it for me. The arts and African American men in my community saved my life. Can I be frank and honest? Can I be real frank and honest? So, I was raised on Jefferson Avenue. And I was raised in an era of pimps up, hoes down, punks in the trunk. Get me my money, not now, but right now. So I had a lot of negative influences around me. A lot of liars, a lot of cheaters, a lot of pimps, a lot of prostitutes, a lot of manipulators. The only thing that saved me was because my mama made it her business to sit me in front of some African American men that had purpose, that had direction. Every school year she went to the school and said, I want my son right here with this man. I was mentored and taught by Mr. James Perkins, Larry Clayton, Joe Bivens, Mr. Garcia. And had it not been for those men, only God knows where I would be today. Only God knows. So I'm telling you, young men, older men, the universe awaits your arrival. And these young people need us to be visible, out there, in their lives, pushing them, poking them, directing them, standing behind them, telling them when they're wrong and standing behind them when they're right. Put our foot up their butt, but also our arms around their shoulders. They need us. So, our program runs all year. We have a summer program that runs for 7 weeks. We have a school year program that runs for 10 months. It's a great program, and it's just a great program because I have some great people working with me. We have Miss Keisha over here. We have Miss Tanisha. She was over there. Oh, there she go, right there. And had it not been for those women, and I also want to say, where did the mayor go? Where did Mayor Warren go? She done disappeared? Okay, there she go. So I want to say 8 or 10 years ago, I was done. I couldn't generate the energy, I couldn't generate the money, I couldn't generate the support that I needed to run this program. I told her I was done. She said, no, you're not done. Okay? She gave me $5,000 and sat me in a recreation center and said, do what you do. And I have not stopped doing it ever since then. So, these are some of the young people that I work with, and they might want to say something. I don't know. I don't know if they want to say something. You want to say something?
Okay, I'll make it quick. My name is Sanaya. I joined MIB, I think, 3 years ago when I was 14, and he allowed me to work there to get some money. He was he made a huge impact in my life. Even at times when I was oh, here he go, being on my tail. But it's him doing that really helped me stay in my lane and actually helped me grow. If it wasn't for him, I don't even think I would even be here right now doing poetry and using my voice. So yeah, I just want to give a big shout out.
Hello, my name is Jamari, and I can definitely say that Mr. X has definitely been an inspirational role model. If as a youth, when I was very, very young, I'm old now. but yeah, when I was around 9 and stuff like that, past years, I didn't really grow up with a father, so I didn't really have the right male role model, in my life. So I didn't really know what a man was or what a man really looks like. So when I joined MIB, it's not only he became my director, but he became a father figure to me. And And like, there's been many ways he like has inspired me to do better, taught me from wrongs or rights. I feel like as a kid, we all learn from our mistakes and we're supposed to grow from it. Like a quote that someone says, "You buried me, but you didn't know I was a flower." Wow. You know, you didn't know I was a plant. So it's like, So it's like every time I get buried or put in like, you know, messed up situations, he'll be the person to water me to help me grow. So thank you.
You don't have to say anything, sweetie. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, this is the next generation. These homeschool. This is the next generation.
All right, coming to the stage next, we got a very special presenter. Give it up for Jesse from the United States Army, y'all. Give it up for Jesse.
So yes, I'm Jesse, y'all. I'm with the United States Army, but the main thing I like to do is I like to try and influence as many people as I can, especially the new generation. A little bit about me. When I was 16, I loved football. Football was my life. I got offered a scholarship. Thought everything was good and Gucci. Didn't have to worry about anything else. I let my grades plummet, and I got my scholarship removed from me, right? So I had to go to Plan B. It wasn't the Army, so I joined the Army late. So at 17, I had my dreams ripped away from me. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Started hanging around with the wrong crowd. My mom found out. She gave me a 3-piece with a side of biscuit and put me on the right path. We grew up really, really poor. She told me that she did not work all them hours just for me to throw it away. So I started jumping from job to job. I really loved cars. I had a buddy that got me into a dealership, right? I started apprenticeshiping at a dealership. At age 20, I was ASC certified. What ASC is a certification for a mechanic. By age 21, I was an ASC Masters. Age 22, I was GM Masters. Age 23, I was going to be world-class technician. But I got bored. I'm a man of goals, and I remember this recruiter talking to me about helicopters. Right? When he was talking to me, I blew him off. I'm like, man, I'm going to the big leagues. I don't need the Army. Well, at 23, I was bored. I wanted to do something else. So I walked into the recruiter's office. I was like, hey man, I want to work on helicopters. He put me through this whole little process. He said, say less. And I shipped out, and then I started working on helicopters, right? Didn't think about influencing people. I just want to do my job. And then I'm not a real religious person, but I do believe in God, right? And I feel like God put me in this place to influence people, to teach them. Because in the Army, that's what you do. You go up the rank and you can mentor other people, right? So I started mentoring people and I really got a passion for it. And then I got pulled to recruiting. I didn't want to be a recruiter, but here I am, right? One thing I do use my position though is when I'm in these high schools and these colleges, I do try to influence people to do the right thing. Don't get face tattoos, don't get hand tattoos, don't get neck tattoos, all right? Because that can affect you later on, all right? I know it looks cool and all, but trust me, like, employees look at that. I'm tatted up, I got them covered. Trust me, I got tattoos everywhere, I love them. But the one thing I do, like I said, I like to influence and I try to work with people. I have one kid at a high school in Rockport. He told me that he wanted to give up on his football dream because he thought all he could do was D3. Don't do that. Never limit yourself, never count yourself out. All right, give it everything you got. Never let someone tell you you can't do something. All right. I know I'm supposed to be up here talking about the Army, but I don't know. I feel like you'll come to the Army. All right. We have over 150 jobs. One thing I do tell people is use the Army as a stepping stone. It's only 4 to 6 years, depends on the job. We can do anything from electrician, interior lineman, nurses, you name it. We got it. The Army's the only place that'll take a 17-year-old straight out of high school, teach them their job, and you'll start doing your job immediately, and you'll be getting paid. My buddy over here, this is Sergeant Gallo. He's my good co-worker. That's all I got to say. So if you want any more information about anything, please come to the table. Thank you.
a teacher for 5 years. Dear society. No, don't repeat after me. But I thank you for being ready. I thank you for being ready. She was ready. Dear society. Dear society. I thought about you today, and I hope you read this letter because I got a lot of things I would like to say. See, I remember when you said take a long look at myself and figure out who I am, and my reply back then was I am who I am because I can only be who I'm taught to be, and honestly, you can see me better than I can see, so tell me, society, does my lifestyle seem correct? Are my issues so deep that they are too hard to detect because my heartache won't let me be who I want to be because according to TV, I'm supposed to be in poverty. Not only that, but pregnant by 15 and by the age of 20, I'm supposed to be a crackhead or a thief. Tell me, society. Why do those in power walk around like they're in mental coma? And why is it easier to get a felony than a high school diploma? Yeah, we walk around with so much hate, anger, and rage because you label us by our covers, never took a chance to flip the pages. You wonder why we're stuck in this psychological game? Yes! It's the one you created, the one that you made. Remember, you told me I wasn't beautiful and my intellect wasn't enough, gave me unequal education, struggle in poverty, and you gave me a bag of that stuff. Pulled me out my mother's womb, prayed that I would be consumed in a generation where rather than books, teachers hand out guns and encourage the youth to kill each other off one by one and come to think about it. It's easier to get into a prison than it is to college. Filled out 6 applications, paid $45 each just to obtain some knowledge. Yes, death is free, but not for those who live like you, only for those who look like me. And you tell me that the system was created so that I would fail, and my older brother probably gonna be a hustler and wind up in jail. And because my mother doesn't know how to spell, my family was created just to go through hell. So what's up to my story to tell? Because I'm looking at myself through this internal cell, and I can't see what's wrong with me. So tell me, society, does my lifestyle seem correct? Or are my issues so deep that they are too hard to detect? Because I've been wondering lately, why do you hate me? Because I can't see what's wrong with me. My letter to society. Look, my team like, one more, listen, so I want to kind of preface that. So my name is Shantara Mitchum. I am the Director of Programs at Teen Empowerment. So I want to shout out to you. I'm also an associate pastor at home. I do. I wrote that poem when I was 17 years old. I wrote that poem when I can tell you how I'm 21, so I'm 21 now. But I wrote that poem when I was 17 years old. And I grew up on the east side of Rochester. I grew up on Coffee and Avenue B. We had a bad rap. It was bad over there. It was a lot of violence. A highly impoverished community, and so we were watching all of these things happening in our community, and for a long time we felt like nobody saw us, right? And I have to shout out Robert Ricks and Doug, who gave a young teenage girl an opportunity to be able to not only express herself, but to understand why my community was the way that it was. Because a lot of times what y'all do as young people is y'all blame yourselves, right? One of the first questions that we ask at Teen Empowerment is one word to describe your community. And you get one word to describe your community. Broke. One word to describe your community. Quiet. Oh, where do you live at? One word to describe your community. Loud. One word to describe your community. Dangerous. One word to describe your community. Messy and endangered. One word to describe your community. Huh? Fun. One word to describe your community. scary. And so, when I hear things like broke and dangerous and scary, the first question that I ask young people is, well, when was it the opposite of that? Right? Because what they'll say is, well, it's our fault because we can't take care of nothing. We mess everything up. Everything we get in this community, we mess it up. But then they can't pinpoint the moment where before they came into existence that their community had the resources and opportunity that it needed for them to be successful. And so then I have to say, now let's look at the systems. Instead of fighting one another, let's look at the systems that created the communities in which we live. Right? Because violence is a symptom of something much more deeper. And so if we don't deal with the root causes of the violence that happens in our community, our young people don't have a future. Because I can get up here and I can give you a speech and I can say, stop the violence. Young people put down them guns. Don't be out in the streets doing this. But then they put the guns down, they stop fighting, and then what's left for them to do? Come on. They learn an education that does not look like, I'm supposed to be talking to y'all. I'm going to come on. They don't see themselves in their education. They are always asking for jobs. Miss Lynn Torrey, she got up and she talked about that August, the mass shooting that happened at the Boys and Girls Club. I remember I was living on Sawyer at that time, and I got the phone call in the middle of the night, and we walk up, and all I see is an entire community of people on Genesee Street, and we are all weeping. Young people bawling. And the young people who were killed in that mass shooting were involved in teen empowerment, which shows me that they were on a path to be successful and to change their community and their lives. If I could be honest with you, at the time, my little sisters who were best friends with those individuals, they went to 7 funerals within 5 months. And I'm looking at my 15-year-old sister and we're asking, well, why are you so angry? Why are you so broken? Why are you out here fighting all the time? But when you see the people that you care about getting gunned down, and then when let me be clear, when the mass shooting happened, there weren't therapists that showed up. There weren't counselors that showed up to support the young people who had just witnessed such a heavy trauma. And so we have to make sure that the young people in our community have the resources that they need. Yes. I want to do something really quick. I got $20 in my pocket. I want it. I seen it somewhere, and I want to go with y'all. Who wanted $20?
Let me volunteer though.
Not y'all. Who wanted $20? I'm trying to pick somebody I don't know. Sit down. You know they got $20 later. My son was like, So I want y'all to see it. You want this $20? You sure? What if I fold it? You still want it? What if I fold it again? Still want it? What if I crumple it all up? You still want this $20? Okay, what if I...
Oh, my. Okay.
You still want this $20? Yes, ma'am. You still want this $20? You still want it? What if I... You still want this $20? You sure? Okay. What if I take this $20 and I rip it in half? Will you still want this $20? Who would still want the $20? Me. Who would still want the $20? Me. Why would you still want the $20? Is it worth $10 if I rip it in half? No. Is it worth less? No. Does it depreciate its value? No. So this $20, even if I rip it in half and have to tape it back together, it's still worth something? Yeah. It's still worth something? Yeah. Everything that you go through as a young person, it does not diminish your value. Yeah. The poverty that you exist in, the violence that you have experienced, don't sit down and take $20 now. Yes. parents, right? Anger, a racist educational system, none of that depreciates your value. You are still worth the same thing, which means that you can do anything you set your mind to. Because people told me I wouldn't be anything. Why? Because my daddy left when I was 2, and because my mother struggled with addiction, I was in foster care, all of those things. And so the odds were stacked against me. But somebody was pouring into my life saying, what you went through, it does not diminish your value. You're still valuable. And so if you have a dream, young people, chase it. If you have a goal, go after it. If you want to write a book, if you want to go to college, don't allow the community that you exist in to stop you from doing that. Because I grew up in a community, people would hear that I'm from Cocky Avenue, and then, oh, you poor child. But what I realized is that my experience made me the perfect person to combat the injustices that exist within my community. My experiences made me more qualified than anybody else to speak to what needed to be changed in your community. So you do not allow anybody to silence you. You don't allow anybody to tell you to shut up and stay in a child's place. You don't allow anybody to say, oh, you ain't lived long enough, you don't got enough experience. You don't allow anyone to take your mouth and shut you up. Why? Because you guys know. And you're living in a different time than what I was living in. Y'all got a whole nother situation with social media. So if I got in a fight and I got beat up, only the people in the hood knew that it happened. Now it's all over the internet. And so you're living in something that I don't relate to. And so the only person who can help me help you is who? You. Who can? If you need help, right? And I say, I want to write some laws and I want to change some policies and things like that. Who should I probably talk to if I want to help you? Huh? Oh, she said she talked to God. Y'all better in here. I'll talk to Jesus. But if I want to write a new law that impacts you, who should I talk to? Me, you probably, right? If I want to implement a new curriculum in your school, who should I probably talk to? Okay, if I want to find a solution for the issues that young people are facing in our community, who should I probably talk to? The young people, because you have the answers. Now, repeat after me. Y'all ready? Say, I refuse to accept that I am not valuable. I refuse to accept that I am just lost. I refuse to accept that I'm to blame for this mess. But what I will declare is that I am the solution. Give yourselves a round of applause. And so, to end this, because it's not really about me, it's really about young people. And so I want to bring up a young woman named Sahira, and I want y'all to get with her. Can we give a round of applause?
So did you know that you hurt me? I mean, do you really know? Or the, hey, yo, shorty's in, or the, you fine, how old you is? Or the constant yelling when told no? The anger and frustration on your face because I refuse to let you use my body as some piece in your checkerboard game, causing fright in my body because I can no longer walk across the streets to fulfill my hunger with that good bag of classic Lay's. Well, if you don't know, then now you know. Did you know that you hurt me? I mean, do you really know the pain you caused my family when you then now you know. Then again, how can I blame you? Society has normalized the constant action of hush. So if you've ever been told what happens in this house stays in this house, get loud. If you've ever been told to stay in a child's place, get loud. If you have ever been ignored, silenced, or looked over in any way, get loud. I said now, right now, it's time to get loud. Time to show the whole world what we really about. Yeah, that power that you got, time to stream it on live, express, and turn it all around. 2 worlds, 2 lives, one dead and one alive. But why? And if you don't know, now you know. Thank you.
I grew up, I think this is a good piece to my sister Shannon because she grew up on the east side. I grew up on the west side. Come on, west side! Southwest side, Jefferson Avenue, come on. So I grew up on the Jefferson Avenue area. Many of you may know my father, the late Honorable Willie Walker Lightfoot. Amen. Who was the founder of the Southwest Area Neighborhood Association. I'm a 70s baby, so I grew up in the 90s. So I knew what Derek was talking about when he was talking about the 90s. And I'm so glad to see the Army here today because I'm an Air Force kid. I'm a military kid, meaning I went to the military right out of high school. But for me, just to encourage you today, I started off, I could have went either way. I grew up in a time, those of you who are older, remember the G-Boys, Bad Rap, y'all remember these groups, right? I grew up around that time, and I wasn't a G-Boy, but I was the G-Boys entertainment. Yeah, I grew up in a time we used to break dance, rap. Shabaka, I've been knowing Shabaka my whole life. I grew up with Shabaka my whole life. We went to school together, we graduated together. Vice President Harris, we graduated together at Edison Tech. And so he know everything I'm telling you, he knows the truth. He can vouch for me. I grew up breakdancing, spinning on my head, rapping. I used to rap. I used to do all that. I used to have used to win contests here with WDKX. Give it up for WDKX because they helped us with this whole event. Getting the word out. So you would not know. So you never judge a person by what you think because you would never know this if you didn't know me. But those who know me know the type of person I was. They used to call me Ill Will. I used to have a group called the Double House Productions. That's true. Used to be a little kid, I used to perform in bars and clubs. I wasn't even old enough to get in bars and clubs. But because of who my father was, they would let me in because they knew my dad. And I could have went on either side of the street. I got in trouble. My youth, when I was in 10th grade, I had to go to summer school, night school, because I was failing so badly. And I was struggling, not because I couldn't understand the work, just because I wanted to be cool. I wanted to go out and do things other people were doing. So I wasn't, paying attention. But because of, eventually my sister talked me into going into the Air Force. I ended up going into the Air Force, which changed my life. So I'm saying this to be an encouragement that there's more to it than just college. Oftentimes when people talk to young people, they always want to put out college. College opportunities should be for everybody, but it's not for everybody. There's skilled trades, there's civil service, there's entrepreneurship, and I've had the pleasure of being able to do all of them. I was in the military. I did 12 years in the military. I'm a licensed barber, have my own barbershop. I'm an entrepreneur. I built my own building, run my own businesses, things of that nature. So I want you guys to know that just doing college is not all of the things that is available to you, that there are other opportunities that are available to you. And just have an open mind to not just look at just college, that other opportunities are there for you guys. So that's the thing that I really, really wanted to drive home, and that you can start. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Oftentimes you could be doing the wrong things, going the wrong ways, but at the end of the day, it's not where you start, it's how you finish. And I promise you, if you keep your eyes and your hands on God, as we heard before, a young person said before, then I promise you, he can take you to places that you have never been before. But you got to keep an open mind, you got to keep positive, you got to stay around people who will help you. I think lunch must be out there. That's why this joke is bounced. They hungry. So that's why I said I was going to be brief. But I want to thank you, everyone, for being out here. I'm not going to compete with lunch. I can't do that. So I just want to encourage you again that college is one way. There are many other ways. May God bless you. May God keep you is our prayer. DJ, get it right!
By any means necessary. We didn't want it now, or we don't think anybody's prepared.
The shovel in these streets. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Hey, the shovel in these streets. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Let's get on our knees and pray. The shovel in these streets. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. We need to just drop the line between our families and crime. These people thinking we blind. Let's stand up and justify it while we living in poverty. Let's connect to unity and pray while we living in poverty. Hey, let's connect to unity and pray. It's trouble in the street. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Let's get on our knees and pray. It's trouble in the streets. Hey, let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Yeah, look, I'm praying for better times. Okay, to find peace every day, but I never find it. Success and money I chase, but it's steady high. To replace the hurt, I say we okay, but we not fine. Yeah, oh geez, gave me a jewel. We talked about our people, can't figure out where the hate is fueled. Hey, let's get it. Against the rap, is the white supremacist greatest tool. We took risks just to prove we wanted. Make sure that hey, that we made it, gonna make something. Yeah. This song is out on all platforms. When I started working on myself, when I was the worst version of myself. Yeah. Let me say a prayer. Cause I was betrayed by a brother like Cain and Abel. Yeah. The shovel in the street. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Let's get on our knees and pray. There's trouble in the street. Yeah. Let's keep the peace. Let the Lord hear us speak. Thank you guys. Make sure you come check out my music too. Alright? Hit like on it. Streets versus Peace. GR featuring Shade On. Thank you guys.
7 years old. Just outside having fun. It's about 30 other kids all out baking in the sun. Last time I remember we could set aside our differences and come together as one, yelling out ceasefire, but 37 shots fired. 10 years old, already gotta learn how to live this messed up life. Father's getting locked up, now when a cop tell me to get on the ground, I don't know wrong from right. Walking around school and everybody asks me, am I all right? Little do they know the only thing that looked appetizing at dinner last night was my skin to a knife. Yelling out everybody emotions are valued, but 10 shots fired. 12 years old, I learned the less you talk, the more they listen. Once you're the one behind the gun, the first thing that changes is your perspective and your position. No matter what's on your mind, you're the one behind the gun, but yet everybody, including yourself, life is on the line. I'm young, but I'm tired. Yelling out, hurt people, but 12 shots fired. Now I'm 15, and I know all it takes is one bullet, no name, one mission, no aim, one trigger and a lot of pain. I'm hearing a lot of shouting, but I'm not seeing no change. Now all these little kids growing up around guns, now they feeling inspired. All it took was one last boom, and now in total 60 shots have been fired. You hear 60 shots with 60 60 victims. I hear 60 shots with 60 undiscovered wounds, tears, and emotions that we all fear. Yeah. But do we ever stop and think maybe the one behind the gun just wanted somebody to care? Somebody to listen. Yes, hurt people, but who's checking up on the hurt people? It's sad that the yell of a gun will make everybody hear, but the yell for help will go in and out the other ear, but don't worry. The whistle of these bullets circling through the air, hitting the back of your conscience, maybe, just maybe, will make you feel the things I couldn't bear. So when you add it all up, you're gonna remember 60 shots were fired. But what about my tears?
All right, they're getting closer to the stage, so give it up for one more time. Y'all make some noise for them. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Isaiah. I go to Burns High School, and I'm in 11th grade. And I started working here, and during the summer of 2022, I worked here for 2 years. And I'm about to show you about crime in Rochester, New York.
My name is Diana Ferrer. I go to Pandelia High School and Early College. And what I do is I create maps about the homicides and shootings around Rochester Public Libraries or just any public outings that you want to go to. And what we have are, we create buffers, which are a quarter mile, which are also 5-minute walks. And it just shows how much crime can really affect a student in the area.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Dwayne Hall. I go to Edison Tech. I'm in 11th grade. And what I do is the same as them. We're part of a program called Digital Health Navigators, where we help with health portals and also map crimes in Rochester, New York.
So today, if you scroll down for a little bit, right there, that is the Rochester Police Department portal. And so we get all of our information from there. So if you want to, you can scroll through it and it can show the Part 1 crimes, homicides, shootings, and sex boundaries and other crimes.
Scroll down a little more. So this is how we process data from the RPD portal. First, we set date range. We also be filtering. Filtering is when you filter the weapon description. So any violence that's included with a gun, you'll want to filter it. Also, you want to create a field called gun, which selects all the fields that says yes to gun violence. And we use that to help us with any guns crimes.
So right here we have where we upload the plot file. So we go to add new items, and then we go to the review address files, which is like just anything on your drive. And then you click on the file that you want to create a map on, and then it asks you if you want to review the files on the map. But usually it should, if you did it right, it should say like 10 out of 10, and then you can just say no, and then it opens up your map for you. Next slide. So a proximity is a buffer, which a buffer is usually a circle around the area that you want it at, which are a quarter mile, which is a 5-minute walk. And then a pattern is a density versus hotspot. So like a hotspot is like where it gets shot up at a lot. And then summarize is within, so it's like anything that's like around that area.
So these are the buffers, right? So we are being able to point that plot, right? Point that area where we want to put the buffer around. So we do a quarter mile around libraries, like safe places, rec centers, schools, and then we do 150 feet around students or crimes. So we do the 150 feet for the crime so we can see the amount of students are in that area.
All right, can you go back up, please? All right, so a buffer around a quarter-mile radius. The buffer shows how a quarter-mile radius of a place that we can choose to apply. This example is the radius of the buffers in 5-minute walk. So once the video is about to play, show you how I buffered around a school in Rochester City Schools. I just want to show you how much shootings and crimes affected by it.
Can you zoom out a little bit? So, like I said, a quarter-mile buffer is a 5-minute walk so say that you're walking to school and you can just see any amount of crime around that area, and say that you're going to a rec center, you can see all the hot spots that they shot up.
So the patterns, right? I make the patterns. So we do density, hotspots, and so with density, it's more of a non-blockish area, so we can count more of the points in one area. And hotspots, we can show more awareness in that block or area, right? So one area that we work at is near Jackson Rec Center. Yeah, and that's a very dangerous area over there. And also one of the worst places that we will show with shootings and homicides will be Lincoln Branch with the most homicides of 2023.
I only say this, and now I know that was blatant, but take a step in my shoes, living with nothing to lose, just trying to spark up a quick fuse so I could please me by being me. But it seems to me that I'm a dying leaf and all I need is a little peace. Yet through all I've seen, all I got is this pen and this pad, trying to get in my bag without losing my grasp all along this road, so what can I really do? And understand I'm only 14, but these harsh screams and deadly weeps leaving no seat for me to sit in straight peace as these cries and these bullets start to speak. Until I can't fall asleep, cause I ain't getting no rest, walking with no S on my chest like I'm not Superman, come on and see the fruits of the flesh. But suddenly I see I just cannot be my best. And maybe I should just sit down, chill and chillax, see the view from the back, watch but choose not to act. Give up and say I don't think that my life is that trash, but on the inside, know I got it up in the bag, ready to throw it out if given the chance. But I can't give up now, can't throw my crown down, staying lost when no found. All alone on the ground, I must stand up for the nows, to be strong for the now, so I can stand up before they try and knock me back down. So forget, I might as well just not give up now.
How can I go outside without being scared I'ma die? Die to a crime that's not in my hands, a crime I never thought I'll see through my own lens? How can I say I'm truly safe on my own land? The land I didn't create, but just because I didn't create the beautiful land we live on doesn't mean I can't change it. We can change the violence on the streets so we can see peace. People say violence is never the answer, and that's a true statement. A statement that goes unrecognized. We gotta recognize how many kids die in a day. It's not okay. How can you say everything's gonna be all right when people with color don't even have rights? How come when we get suspended from school, that sets us up to go to jail for life? I love my life and I'm not gonna let the white man take it with the system he set up for us to build. We might struggle in school, but the one thing we're not gonna struggle at is changing our community. Are you?
How y'all doing today? Okay, you from the east side, say yer. West side, say yer. South side, say yer. Alright. North side, say yer. Alright, now before I start, I'm gonna need y'all to say, okay, when I say stop the violence, I'm gonna need y'all to say put the guns down. Y'all ready? Stop the violence and put the guns down. Stop the violence and put the guns down. Stop the violence and put the guns down. Alright, now I'm gonna need y'all to clap for me, right? Lights. Okay. Okay. I said, stop the violence and put the guns down. Hands up, don't shoot another man on the ground. I'm from Rochester, New York, but they ain't feeling you wild, better be down. It don't make a sound. People dying every day. If you black or you brown, it's like a war zone. Bang, bang, hear the gun sounds. Police sirens, mothers crying because their sons bleeding out. Gun violence just create another violence shout. Senseless violence and beef got the streets running wild. People crashing out thinking it's cool. Hold somebody down. People killing each other just to go and get some clout. Too trigger happy, man. What the f is that about? We got youth for killing, youth for gang beef that they know nothing about. We need better role models to show the youth for different route. Generational curses like a cycle. But we too desensitized, it's like we got a blindfold. Need to open up eyes, cause 12 supposed to protect and serve. But my people getting killed by 5-0. Shout out to Clarissa Street, beneath the horizon. Black diamonds in the rough, in the dark we shine them. Yeah, stop the violence, eh? Stop the violence, eh? Stop the violence, eh? One more time. Put the guns down! Alright, thank you.
Are you ready? Drum roll for the $100. Give a drum roll. It's about to go down. Read your set.
374-1868.
1868. $100. Hey, hold on. Can I hold some? Yeah. Can I hold some? Let's do the PS5 and then we'll do the other two books. But I got one in my hand. This might be PS5 right here. This might be 1732. Come on. You gotta be here. You gotta be here to win. Ain't no proxies. Ain't got no proxies. 1732. Is it verified? Wait, is it verified?
Oh, you called 1732
No, that's the number, 1732. That's the, no, this one, 1732.
though. She won.
She won, come on. Yeah, boy! Somebody gonna have to walk her home. Security! Somebody gotta help her home. Hold on. Let's go. Go ahead. Let me ask you this now. Tell me the truth. Are you a gamer? Not really, huh? But do you have brothers?
400.
You still gonna play it? Don't. Okay. You promise you gonna play it? Yeah. All right. There you go. There it is. Come on. What's your name? Give it up for Essence for winning the PS. Hold on, Essence. Come back here. Come back. Dassy, I need Jen or Dash. Get a picture of us with her, Essence, and the PS5. Come on, we got to get that photo. Yeah. Essence, come on up here. Come on, the winner of the PS5. Essence in the building. PS5. It wasn't nothing phony about this, right? Everything we said we was giving away. Did we do it? All right. Yeah. Give it up one more time for Essence and the winner of the PS5.
The Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition, was founded in 2018 by myself under the former administration of Mayor Lovely Warren, and it has been extended and existing to current administration, Mayor Malik Evans. And this is all about bringing people together, removing the barriers on the silos, and bringing anyone who's like-minded that wants to educate, advocate, and eradicate against gun violence in our city. We have launched 2 solution action plans, one in 2018 and one in 2023. And both of those action plans have materialized to things like the Homicide Response Unit, the Mobile Trauma Unit, Crisis Intervention Team, legislation that impacts violence, the first gun trace data report that the city of Rochester is one of 5 cities to have one through the National Brady organization. So it's been a lot of things and this coalition and this conference is another thing that we've implemented as a result of the solution action plans brought to by the community and presented through the ideas of the Rock Against Gun Violence Coalition. And so we've done a lot of great work. We can't quantify and qualify how many lives we've saved, but we know how many homicides we had. We know how many shootings we had, but we don't know how many lives we've saved. But we believe, as one of our slogans, a shot from a gun can't be undone, the Think About It campaign, that we've saved many lives since 2018, and we've seen homicides go down. We are a part of the solution. We're not the solution, but we're a part of it. And we want to implore anyone who can and will, and who's like-minded, that wants to eradicate gun violence, to come and be a part of our coalition and be a part of our team. And you can do that just by contacting us at cityofrochester.com/Think About It. You can contact my office directly. My email, willie.lightfoot@cityofrochester.gov, or you can call me directly at 585-428-6554 if you want to be a partner with the coalition. But today is all about the youth, hearing from them, lifting up their voices, and allowing them in a safe space to tell us about the impacts of violence and gun violence, and offer solutions to help us to save our youth and save our community.